So, I was just thinking about this idea because these are the types of things I think about when I'm sitting on the couch. So, each year in the United States, there's roughly 3.7 million children born. And one of the problems with this is that children in the United States will often, when the time they get older, 18 or so, they'll have to go into debt to go to college. They won't have funds to start a business or to pursue the things that they're interested in. And it just creates a lot of stress and anxiety, and the impulse control messes with their mind and their body and the way they participate in society. It's just bad all around. So, one way we could actually try and solve this problem is by giving each year having a fund that goes towards putting $10,000 into an index fund for these children. Now you may be thinking, oh Daniel, that's going to be a lot of money. Well, $10,000 to 3.7 million children roughly comes out to $37 billion a year. And the average rate of return on an index fund is roughly between 9 and 11%, so we'll say 10%. So, if we were to do this, putting $10,000 into an index fund, not putting any more in there, and let it grow over 18 years, that would come out to roughly 55,600, 54,600, something in that realm. Now, imagine if you had graduated high school with an extra $55,600 in the bank account to pursue your interests, to go to a college of your choice, etc., etc. The stress that you experienced would probably be significantly lower. That, at least at this point, would be enough to fund a house or to travel. It would create a society where the individuals participating in it are no longer worried about just getting by, because we're living in a country where I don't know what the number is anymore, but it was 78% of Americans were living paycheck to paycheck. So living in an educated society of individuals who are at least financially stable, having the hierarchy of needs met, is beneficial to everybody. Now, you may be thinking, but Daniel, 37 billion, how could we possibly afford that? Well, think about this. So right now, the military budget in the United States is $725 billion, and the proposed budget for 2022 is $152 billion 900, I believe it was, or 152 billion.9. That's a lot of money. That's like an extra $27 billion, roughly so. So instead of investing that extra money in the military budget, we could invest that money plus an extra $10 billion into this idea and eradicate this problem forever. And from a capitalistic standpoint, the reason this would be logical is that you have grown $10,000 into, I think it was 55,600. I can't quite remember, but that money, no matter what, is going to be going back into the country. So that growth is going to help stimulate the economy. It's going to go towards businesses, towards investments, towards education, towards people buying cars, houses, and it just makes sense. So why wouldn't we do that? Now, because this is, I'm sure somebody's thought of this before, but if they haven't, it's something that if nobody else does it, I'm going to start pitching the idea because it would logically make sense. I know we can already afford, free education and free colleges if we wanted to, but a lot of people think that's not fair. But if it's my own money or money that's going through a nonprofit, then what are you going to do? Because, maybe you won't vote for the idea, but since we live in a capitalistic society, I can do whatever I want and spend my money however I want. So, think about it like this. Jeff Bezos, his net worth was, I believe, $25 billion prior to the pandemic. And in the year of the pandemic, his net worth grew roughly $150 billion. So, it's not impossible. The things that we can accomplish to help improve society are very possible. We just have to have the individuals who are willing to invest in the most valuable assets in our country, which is our people. So I don't personally know why we're not doing more things to help better society on a individualized level, which would help the collectivistic level. Maybe we're too busy just trying to pursue the American dream or set life up for ourselves. But either way, My passion and my vigor and my dream is to help lift everybody up, because the struggles that I have, the boot that may be upon my neck, it doesn't feel like it is, because I feel very privileged in all the opportunities I've had. But if I can get through these things and overcome the struggles, I don't want other people to have to, because I want this world to start investing in its people. Because we, as a human society, should work together to better the lives of everyone. We will live by each other's happiness, not by each other's sadness, as they said in The Great Dictator. So, yes, that is my ramble for today. My thoughts from my couch thoughts, I guess, as it were. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Toodles.